Good to see so many people up here. And we're going to arrange things this morning slightly differently from the way we've done them before. There are new ministers to be appointed and sworn in, and there are other ministers whose portfolios are changing and swapping round. I'm not going to steal the Premier's thunder. The Premier is going to tell you the details. And what I'd like to do is now invite her up to do just that. Madam Premier.
Thank you, Governor, and good morning. Good morning to the Deputy Premier and ministers of the government, members of the distinguished civil service, families of ministers who are here present, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's just been over a year since I had the honor of serving as the Premier. I recently commented that a year allows time for reflection, and it also allows time to revise strategies and plans to best address the needs of the country and our people. These are serious times for our people and require serious solutions. The government will continue to implement bold solutions to address the needs of our island home. Before I speak to the new faces, I would like to say thank you to two long-standing and senior members of Parliament who will not be serving at this time in the Cabinet. Over the past years, the Honourable D. Nalitha Butterfield and Honourable Terence Lister have given sterling service to our island, and it can be a thankless task to serve, and the brickbats are often more common than the bouquets. However, I appreciate their continued commitment and dedication to public service. The challenges during this time have been immense, and certainly on behalf of the people and the government of Bermuda, I thank them for their service. And I look forward to them continuing to assist the government in other ways, as their experience and counsel will always be welcomed. This is a new year, and though our priorities haven't changed, we must adjust where necessary to ensure that we continue to meet the expectations of the people of Bermuda. Before I touch on the new additions, allow me to review some of the reassignments which are taking place. The Deputy Premier, Minister Derek Burgess, will be reassigned to the Ministry of Transport from the Ministry of Public Works. His background and experience and expertise in labour qualifies him in addition to his years of experience and benefiting the department as we accelerate the task of modernizing our transportation infrastructure. Minister Patrice Miners, formerly the Minister of Business Development and Tourism, will continue to be involved on the economic front in her new assignment as the Minister for Economy, Trade and Industry. And her experience as the Minister of Business Development and Tourism, and certainly her service as a former chair of the Board of Immigration, will serve her well as she drives the initiatives that will help to equip Bermuda's workforce to acquire the skills required for the 21st century. And Minister Miners is well suited to that ministry. Minister Robin, who has in the past year served diligently in the Ministry of Environment, Planning and Infrastructure Strategy, will move to the Ministry of Public Works, where he will take on responsibility for ensuring continued efficient delivery of public works. And for continuity, he will continue to retain responsibility for the West End Development Corporation, BLDC and BHC. Minister Michael Scott has had experience not only as the Attorney General, but in the previous Ministry of Telecommunications and E-Commerce. A number of the departments in his former ministry have been transferred to the Ministry of Government Estates and Information Services. Minister Scott will move to the Ministry of Government Estates and Information Services, and his past experience should serve him well in that new role. With an ambitious legislative agenda and some key items which you'll hear more about in the throne speech on Friday, I have decided to go back to the watering hole and utilize the considerable talents of the former Attorney General and former Minister of Economy, Trade and Industry, the Honorable Kim Wilson. She has spearheaded a number of programs in her current role as Economy, Trade and Industry and is passionately committed to doing what she can to further the labor front. I know that she must have a sense of wistfulness, but I applaud and commend that she is continuing to serve selflessly in her new role as the Minister of Justice and our country's Attorney General. Now, the two new additions to Cabinet. The first I will speak to is the Minister of Environment, Planning and Infrastructure Strategy. That will be the Honorable Mr. Mark Bean. Minister Bean is the government's newest and youngest Member of Parliament. The Cabinet will be well served by his forward-thinking views and his innovation, and the country will benefit from his service in this ministry. We certainly have to harness the promise of the green and blue economy, and this ministry is vitally important for our island's future, and I have no doubt that Minister Bean will be up to the challenge. The Minister of Business Development and Tourism will be the Honorable Wayne Furbett. He is a worker and no stranger to the Cabinet table. That ministry will be well served by his full-time attention and commitment to ensuring that we continue to raise the bar and press forward in these critical areas. We have a great story to tell around the world, and we intend to continue to be one of the best, if not the best place to visit and to do business. Minister Furbett has experience, and his out-of-the-box thinking and tenacity should deliver for the people of Bermuda. The Ministries of Education, National Security, Youth, Families and Sports, Health and Community Development, as well as Finance will remain unchanged. And I certainly, Mr. Governor, Your Excellency, that is the list, and I now turn to you to do the necessary. Thank you.
Thank you very much.